Hi, Glenn here. Welcome to Monster Guitars. It feels like I haven't said that in a long time. I have been neglecting you, I know. And it has been deliberate, but it's not personal. And it's going to change too. Thinking about where's the best place to start here. So I haven't regularly been making content for a couple of years, although every now and then I've done something on camera. I don't remember when the last one was. I did finish the elm-topped Strat. Gosh, was that the last one? That seems like a long time ago. I may have done stuff since then, I can't remember. And it's for my own good, really, for my own well-being. I love building guitars. I love making content related to building guitars, but I have just had and still have far too much going on in my life. Pretty good stuff going on in my life, but too much of it to keep producing a whole lot of guitar related output. That's going to change. So where do I begin? So I work kind of in IT. I do contracting. I'm currently a senior business analyst. Contracts tend not to last that long. I don't know what I'll do next, and maybe a data analyst of some kind. Very unrelated to being in the workshop. And I'm also retraining part-time in psychology, which is occupying a fair amount of my time outside of work hours. And that's really, I guess, when it comes to time commitments, that's one of the big reasons that I'm not in here. The other reason, which is a very enjoyable reason, is that I have been trying to, with some success, although not as much as I would like, but that's improving, I've been trying to build up my other workshop-related YouTube channel. Incidentally, you'll notice this is not the workshop I used to be in for Monster Guitars. I'll say more about that when we come back properly. I have another YouTube channel all about woodwork and mental well-being and related things, and that's a lot of fun. That's called The People's Carpenter. You'd probably like that, I'm sure. So go ahead and subscribe to it. I'll try to remember to link down below. The other thing is I've become more and more aware of how difficult it is to maintain multiple tasks and how easy it is for me to get lost in trying to do so. I remember when I used to comment every now and then about the fact that I really mustn't have so many guitar projects going on at the same time. The truth is I tend to have too many things going on at the same time, and I have difficulty juggling those appropriately. I was finally assessed, I knew I had to be, but I was finally assessed in late 2023 and diagnosed with ADHD. It brings with it some difficulties when it comes to organising one's life when you have lots of interests, because you leap from one project to the other without necessarily finishing them. Anyway, this is my list of excuses, but I'm going to be back. I haven't gone anywhere. I've still got a pile of unfinished projects, which means I've got plenty of material to work with. It has been stressful. I pulled out primarily because it was stressful, with so many things going on, and just becoming much more aware of some of the difficulties I have with having so many things going on. There are people who are far better organised than I am and who could manage that. I wish I could. But even there are lots of things that you could do and that would be good for you to do and you would enjoy doing, but you can't do all of them. You could do any of them, but you can't do all of them. That's the kind of thing I would say on my other channel about mental well-being, but it's the truth. It would be great for me to spend more time working on guitars, but I can't just now. I cannot. But I shall. And when you recognise that something is stressful like that, it can be so tempting just to do something that feels like it would be enjoyable, and you get yourself into trouble. It just becomes overwhelming, and then your ability to do any of those things becomes compromised because you're just so swamped. And I was getting swamped, and that's why I pulled back from the guitar building. This degree that I'm working on, all things going well unless something disastrous happens, will be over and done by the beginning of February 2026. February 2026. So it's September 2025 now, so that's not far away. So even if I haven't made any content between now and then, I'll start doing it then, I promise. But I do have to be wise about this. I'll be back.